So, yes, it's time to build R2-D2, and I could not be more excited to be building this. It's a bit of a more expensive set, at around nearly 180 British pounds, so it's quite expensive, but it is one heck of a set, and I don't want to talk too much about this. I feel like we just need to get straight into the build process on this one, as it's probably going to be a bit of a longer video. But nonetheless, I'm very excited about this. It has some incredibly cool features, including a bunch of moving parts. It has a deployable, Luke Skywalker lightsaber that pops out the top of it. It has its little thing that comes out the top. A whole bunch of cool stuff. Oh yeah, they're the technical terms, in case you are wondering. But no, seriously, I'm really, really hyped for this build. I guess we just dive straight in. So we start off this project the same way we do any. Knolling out the bag, get that build going, man. And listen, every single time I enjoy this process. It's no joke. Knolling is quite literally a huge part of any build for me. It's what I find pleasure in. If I just wanged it down and put it together, I feel like it would steal some of my enjoyment, and to be fair, Lego's not cheap, so taking your time with something, never anything wrong with that. Now, I will say a few things about this build. For me, I think this is definitely a more advanced build. I wouldn't recommend this as probably your first thing to jump into. It's just, yeah, it's got some pretty complex stuff going on in it, and that sounds really patronising, but I don't mean it to. But trust me when I say, this isn't really one to pick up as your first ever build. You probably could do it. It's not going to be too hard, but the instructions sometimes are a little bit meh, and yeah, I've got to say, some of the stuff I had to go back and do a couple of times, almost strip parts down and rebuild them. And I don't know whether that was because the instructions were a bit meh, or whether it was me. I mean, I'm leaning more towards the instructions because I'm biased, but you know what I mean. It's definitely one that's a little bit more complex. Now, what's kind of cool about these types of builds is they kind of start with almost like a technique style build to get all the mechanisms and everything working in it, and then you fall back into Lego as you start to work into the shell and everything, and it's really cool. I kind of love everything they've done with this set, from the fact that it has so many moving parts. It's super different as well to the last run of R2-D2 Lego that they did. I think it was 2012, I think, the last Lego set that came out for R2-D2. But yeah, this is wildly different. It's so much more curvier, less blocky, and to be honest with you, I feel like the mechanisms work really nicely in this. Stuff like the deployable leg, stuff like the little cool little computerized gadgets that flip out the front, the head fully articulates around, and the hidden lightsaber. We all like hidden lightsabers. But yeah, I gotta say, just about everything in this build I found an absolute pleasure with. Like I say, there's a few things that I wish had been kind of different in the instructions, but all in all, can't complain too much. Lego do normally do a pretty bang up job of stuff. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm building Lego, I like to sit down and watch something at the same time. Now, it does detract away from me building a Lego sometimes, but for this particular build, I sat and watched both seasons of Titans on Netflix. Pretty badass. Completely recommend it if you haven't seen it already. Go watch it. I'm not talking about the cartoon Titans either. I'm talking about the, the adult version of Teen Titans, and it's flipping brilliant. So definitely I recommend. If you're building this, it takes about 2 seasons worth of Titans to build. Now, I'm going to kick back, relax, and let you guys just enjoy the rest of this build process. I will jump in a couple of times just to tell you a few more bits of information about things, but I kind of want you just to relax and enjoy this whole process, because, you know, me jabbering over it, I guess, detracts from it a little bit. Now, these panels, man, I really loved how these went together. They were so clever in the way that they anchor onto the body. As you can see, I'm putting like the pegs on now, and these things are wicked. They just then slot onto the body, bop, put another couple of bricks in, and it locks it in place, and it just worked flawlessly. I've got to say, I'm pretty impressed with that. The Lego engineers that put this, you know, idea into actually being a thing, they just smashed it out of the park. As always with Lego engineers, they do tend to just smash everything out of the park. I'm very impressed. And yeah, I'm interested. I can't see that they can take this model much further than where they have got it to at this point. Unless they invent, you know, a whole bunch of new blocks or something, I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, the R2-D2 is never going to get any better than this set. Is it worth the money? Well, yeah, I actually do think it was worth the money. This is quite an expensive set. I think about $170 and about $200. So 170 English and $200 for this set. And yeah, it's pretty worth it, to be honest with you. The only way you could acquire a Lego set of R2-D2 prior to them dropping this on the May the 4th weekend was spending probably about $400, or the best part of that in English, to buy a boxed version of it or something, so of the old run of them. So I'm kind of glad that I had the opportunity to be able to build this myself and just enjoy it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. What did you think of this? When you get to the finished product and when I show you the reveal of how it properly looks when it's all done, let me know your comments and opinions down below. Do you think this is worth that kind of money to you? Do you think it's crazy to spend that kind of money? I don't know. Depends. Any hobby's expensive. Just depends where you want to put your money, right? And if you're enjoying yourself, then kind of nothing's a waste of money, really, as long as you enjoy it. Right, we are getting pretty close to the end of this build now, so I'm just going to let the rest of this play out and let myself talk to you at the end. But once again, this was an absolute pleasure to build. I hope that you guys are enjoying this style of video. I know I am loving making these, and it's super fun to be able to share them with you guys. So if you do like them, it doesn't hurt to smash that cheeky like button. And subscribe, you know, of course, if you want more.
So finally, it's done. Now listen, it's been like 3 weeks since I recorded that intro. It's been a long build. What we built is this Mama Jamma beastie. Boy. And it's beautiful. I love this thing, I'm not gonna lie. It was a beast to build, it was hard, and you know, rather than me holding it up because it actually weighs quite a bit, let's lay some sassy B-roll over the top of this. But yeah, I honestly could not be happy with this. It looks and feels and does everything you want it to do. It's so cool to have an R2-D2 made of Lego, and about everything about this has just been incredible. Yeah, so it was a beast. It's a beastie project, and it's not one for the faint-hearted, I don't think, personally. It cost a bit to get this set, but honestly, I actually think it's really worth it. At the end result, being able to do all the cool little things with it, which is quite fun. You can display it differently however you want. You can have it on 2 legs, 3 legs. It's kind of fun that they have that retractable leg feature built into it, and like the little whoop that come out the front and stuff like that, and the little lightsaber that lives up in the top. All of these things kind of make it something very special to me, and yeah, I really love it. I can't wait to have it just sitting there looking at me on the desk. Every now and then I'm going to go... That's my terrible impression of that. Let's move on. But yeah, if you did enjoy this project, then please do smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. It took me a really long time to get this all together. It was quite a difficult thing to film everything off, to be honest with you. I'm still learning about angles and stuff, of trying to get the best angles for the shots, so that you guys enjoy it. Let me know, feedback down below. Do you like the way I'm doing it at the moment? I'm trying to get as much bird's eye view as I can of things, because I feel like it gives you the best idea of what I'm actually doing. But as I say on this channel a lot, this is a learning curve for me. I'm by no means an expert in anything that I do on this channel. It's just fun, and it's learning and trying to get better all the time. The same with my art, the same with the building, because really the art for me in these Lego videos is the video itself. I'm trying to put it across in the best way I can. So yeah, let me know. Constructive criticism is always welcome, because it helps me become a better creator, and that's about it. I will see you in the next video. If you want, then like I say, like, subscribe, ding dong the bell, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.